Hey everyone. I figured that I would go on a tropical vacation after some idiot blew up my house. And while I imagined a tropical vacation would be nice and pleasant and relaxing, instead, it turned out not to be like any of those things. One minute I'm relaxing on a beach, getting a great tan, I'm just relaxing, having the best time of my life, and then the next minute I'm stranded in shark-infested water on a crappy little wooden raft. Now, you may be thinking that there's a bit of leap of logic there. You may be wondering how I ended up going from a beach to being stranded on a wooden raft in the middle of the ocean, and there's a perfectly good explanation for that, I assure you. But it would take a lot of time and special effects and overall effort to show and tell you, so you know what? A wizard did it. Jaws, that classic Spielberg film that made everybody afraid to go back into the water. Of course they made an awful game based on it, and this seems like as good a time as any to talk about it. And if you're wondering exactly how I'm playing this video game while in the middle of the ocean on this wooden raft, have you already forgotten about the wizard? It's magic! So, Jaws for the NES. In this game, your ultimate goal is to murder the hell out of the man-eating shark himself. Pretty black and white, pretty obvious. Okay, so how are we going about this? Well, I sail around in my boat until randomly the game tells me that I've hit something. You then enter a swimming minigame where you swim in all four directions and have to shoot and avoid enemies, collect some items that they drop, and pretty much just do that until the game decides that you're done. And then it's back to the sailboat. And the cycle continues. And yeah, this is pretty much it. This is the game. Oh, look, it's Jaws! Yeah, the shark's name is Jaws. Always thought that was weird. Sometimes he shows up and tries to eat me. His health bar is always down in the corner of the screen, so I guess I should be trying to kill him. Are you seeing this? There is no way I can kill him at this rate. It's impossible. His health is going down so slow. I can't come even close to killing him before the time runs out and the level ends. And his health recharges between levels, so it's literally impossible to kill him. So then what do I do? Is this just the first level of the game? Is this really the entire game? Like, seriously? Well, it's not very self-explanatory, but after playing for a little while, I think I figured it out. There are two anchors on these islands. Those are docks. Basically, you dock there and you use the shells that you've been collecting to level up, making yourself stronger. You have to level up if you even want to stand a chance against Jaws. So basically, the entire game is grinding for a boss fight. You just go back and forth between the two docks and play basically the exact same level over and over and over again until you level up enough to defeat Jaws. That's the entire game. I'm not joking. I guess there's this really simple bonus stage that you sometimes play for extra shells, but other than that, these swimming sections are the game. Gameplay-wise, this could pass as an Atari game. It's pretty tedious, and I don't even know if I should use the word repetitive. We're so far past that at this point. This is such a lazily made game. I guess that can be said about most movie tie-in games, but this one in particular isn't just lazy in the programming or level design, but the overall idea and gameplay. It's a nothing game. And on top of that, the music's not great, and the graphics? Well, okay, you know what? I've seen worse, and I actually expected worse. For an NES game, these graphics are actually pretty passable. But can these graphics really be worthy of praise? Because, I mean, there's only like 4 screens in the entire game. The map that you sail on, the deep water, the shallow water, and the bonus stages, which is pretty much just the deep water screen, but with a little more sky. I guess then there's the title screen and the ending screens, but I'm really reaching here. Come on, with so little art to actually have to create, of course it's not gonna look completely hideous. It's still lazy as hell though, and the little bit of gameplay that they actually have here isn't even that great or polished. You can only shoot to the side, which is strange. I don't see why I shouldn't be able to shoot up or down. You collect items that the enemies drop, although I only really need to get the shells. The stars only seem to be for points, correct me if I'm wrong. And the items all fall to the bottom of the screen if you don't collect them right away. So you have to swim down to the bottom to get them. And a lot of the enemies, like these jellyfish, spawn from the bottom of the screen. So it's a fairly dangerous place to hang out. So if a star drops down there, I don't even bother going to get it. I mean, it's not worth the risk, especially since you die in a single hit. Yeah, it's one of those games. It's one of those single hit death games. One hit from any enemy, whether it's a shark, a jellyfish, whatever. You die from touching any enemy. And when you die, you lose half of your shells and a level. This makes completing this otherwise very short and boring game even longer, and thus more boring. I mean, this game sounds like it'd be pretty easy, but with the shallow watered levels filled with jellyfish, sharks, weird hit detection, and random encounters, it's annoying as hell. Every time I come close, so close to killing Jaws, a damn enemy hits me and I goddamn die. And when you die, he regains all of his health. Ugh. Well, finally, after much time and struggling, I managed to get his health down all the way. God, my thumb hurts from clicking the B button so much to constantly shoot. And after that, I have to stab Jaws with the bow of my ship. This seems kind of random, whether it works or not. The hit detection is pretty bad. But I did it. He's stabbed. He sinks to the ocean depths, and I fly off in my plane. And we watch the sun set as we reflect on the incredibly small and uneventful journey that we had. You know, it really goes to show exactly how little this game has to offer when I'm dying constantly, having to start over, and not having any fun at all. But I still managed to beat the game in little over an hour. And that's it. That's literally it. There's nothing really else to say. Movie tie-in game for the NES. There's no real value to be found here. It's not broken. It's not unplayable. Hell, when you practice it, it's not even that hard. It's just not very good. Alright, I'm done. Now I guess I'm gonna start batting at the water in some vain attempt to row myself towards any, far off land that I see. Whoa, what the? You've hit something. I haven't hit anything. What are you? Oh my god!